About? Okay. Yeah, right here should be good. Can everyone hear me fine? All right. So, this is a kind of a special project me and the Studio Engine guys, as you can see here, have been working on. This is Game of Thrones. It is a NES-style parody of Game of Thrones done sort of Zelda 2-ish, and I'd like to preface this with, if you enjoy this, feel free to donate if you haven't all marathon, or if you'd like to donate some more. This game will be freeware when it comes out, and we're aiming for probably an October-ish release, maybe sooner. So have fun, and everything in this game, if you know nothing of Game of Thrones, it's probably better than if you know something about Game of Thrones. So clearly,
Oh my God.
clearly, he is still alive, but that's okay. And this is totally true, totally canonical.
There's no game sound.
No game sound? Okay. Let me see if I can't fix that. It should be coming through. Let's see.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on the headphones. It's okay if we miss like the intro music and stuff, but let's see. Maybe do we have to unplug the headphones for game sound? Maybe. Sure. There it is. So the kind of ongoing joke that we had is everyone has the same facial hair in Game of Thrones, and we figured why not just have JonTron play those some of these characters, because you know, maybe they ran out of budget for some high name actors. So Jon Snow's basically saying the wall has fallen. We gotta warn everyone so they can basically just not listen to us about what's going on here. The White Walkers are coming. Things are super bad. And they gotta go find the hero. So we're just gonna let this whole little intro scenario play out. We were very kind of inspired by Hotline Miami for these sort of facial portraits with the drunken bobbing, as we call it. And now? Nah, we don't really need one. You can start one in case I go over the 20 minutes, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's a pretty short demo. We got about a third of the first level. So here's our Dinklage Rambo going on here. And so for people that don't know, oops, I'm not sure what the controls are for the gamepad, but that's okay. But yeah, we got a password and stuff that's not functional yet. Let's just go new game. These are random. You get a nice George R.R. Martin quote, which are most definitely attributed to George R.R. Martin, not from different places and misquoted at all. So we got the intro here. Daenerys is trying to play SimCity, and she's not very good at it. She's removing some crucially important structures for the economic stability, and it's probably not a good idea. Jorah here is going to try and stop us from that, but Daenerys is a little bit thick-headed. I would highly recommend going back and watching the VOD of this to read both of the dialogues, as they're both pretty great. And Jorah's wandered off. He's got his fedora on. He is slowly turning into Lord Friendzone. And Jorah's basically telling us that Daenerys' dragons are missing. And that's not a good thing for Daenerys. We've probably got about like 10 different versions of it so far. I've done some of them. This project is me and two other guys, Zargi and Neon Lair. We are a part of Studio Engine, and we've been working pretty hard crunching on this to get something ready for the marathon. And hopefully it's funny and you guys are enjoying it a bit, but I did Jorah's face portrait here, and I've done a lot of the in-game graphics and stuff. But we all kind of dabble in a little bit of everything. About the only thing I don't touch is coding. So, Tyrion basically comes in. Jorah's kind of in the doghouse right now because he doesn't know where Daenerys' dragons are, and Tyrion needs a boat. Jorah's got a boat, but we gotta go get the dragons back before he's gonna allow us on that. He's got his own personal ferry. That's unfortunately not in the demo, but you will see his amazing ferry someday. So, essentially, Tyrion is over in Slaver's Bay because, you know, why not? Tyrion, the story that we have here is Tyrion's kind of been off in hiding and training and waiting for this very moment. Alright, this is our amazing LJN-inspired world map. We are going to go ahead and go to Daenerys' palace here. So basically, you have a charge bar in the upper left corner that lets you charge up your sword, very sort of almost Iron Sword style. You can point your sword in multiple directions, and you can kind of pogo DuckTales style. So let's see what these lovely town people have to say to us. This is actually true. I was a great pixel artist and made the doors too small even for Peter Dinklage here. You know, it's a good hobby to have. Just to put some wigs on some trees, you know. Also very true, winter is coming and sunblock is completely useless. So off we go. We got a couple more cool people to chat with. You know, it's a nice goal to have in life. If you want to have a red wedding when you grow up, that's fine. That's your thing. This is also true. You know, there's so many kids around because their parents are dead. It's very tragic. Doesn't make any sense. It's very tragic, though. And we have another kid whose hobby is putting wigs on trees. Maybe they'll grow up and have a nice family together. Zelda 2, straight up. And another sunblock is useless, dude. We don't have too many NPCs yet, and I'd also like to say that there will probably be a few tiny quirks and bugs with this. We're basically in pre-alpha. So this is the Kentucky Fried Clegane. Our offers are 1 chicken, 2 chickens, and every single chicken. He's got deals that you won't get burnt by. Chickens work like fairies in this game. This tavern dude will give us super-duper worthless hints, essentially. So let's go ahead and figure out... He hears that someone's looking for some rocket fuel. We're gonna go ahead and head over to the brewery, which is gonna have some alcohol here. So here's your first taste. They do not crash the game anymore. We fixed that. Shoutouts to the guys at home that have been working on this incredibly hard to get this working and ready for the marathon. Like I said, we were crunching super hard on this before. Beer hat, basically, increases our vitality. Chicken is a leg of chicken. So this is basically a taste of what the combat is like. Whoops. Our damage sound effect is absolutely incredible and took definitely longer than about 30 seconds to make, I assure you. We definitely didn't digitize me just going, ah. So moonshine is our rocket fuel. We're going to see if we can't get out of here. We could just technically tank a death and death abuse our way out of here, but that would be too simple. We got dire wolves, some Dothraki barrel rollers. As I said, takes place in Slaver's Bay. Oops. There we go. And off we go. These work as world map encounters, basically. They can kind of spawn in the mountains and in the water right now. We gotta fix that. Yeah, they can spawn on top of you at the moment. Kudos to you if you know what I base these cat animations on. Oh, man. So this is what happens when you run out of health. You just down the chicken, you get your health back. So we're gonna go ahead and see who needs rocket fuel. Got a nice little rocket pad right here. So here's Chris Hadfield. He wants to go make a music video in space, but he says that we'll need a helmet to fly. One was buried with the old ET carts. We gotta go grab some more items. We got a little bit of Takeshi's Challenge syndrome going on with this game, with these convoluted set of items and stuff. The Pogo's a little bit OP at the moment, but I think we might keep that. So, basically, we're in Slaver's Bay. Detroit is most definitely located around Slaver's Bay. We spent about a few decades of research on geography to make sure that we kind of got this universe correct. So Detroit's going to get us the Sheath, which increases our sword power. I'm just going to run through Detroit because it's a very unbalanced area right now, and it's pretty fun just to see how much stuff we can get trailing behind us. We got to do some fixes. It was a little rushed, but hey, we got it done. So we got a Battleship script, and what Battleship script is going to do is to, the best script in Hollywood allows us to enter into plot holes. Those holes on the world map you've been seeing, we can now get into those. These Pogo guys are basically a deterrent to kind of pogoing over the levels. They're probably the hardest enemy we got so far. We're still working on some stuff. Birds are most definitely going to be a part of this. And everyone loves birds, but unfortunately they're not in this demo quite yet. So we are going to go ahead, jump into this plot hole over here, and get ourselves a space helmet, which makes perfect sense. So it's important for space. Whoops. We have the Ghouls and Ghosts style jumping system going on in this game too, so we got a whole bunch of influences kind of going on in our little game here. Let's get out of this plot hole. Wondering if we should maybe try an item at some point that lets you warp out of areas, but that's for the future. There's no currency or anything yet. I don't think chickens are going to be free game. So let's go ahead. Go into space. I'd consider grabbing an extra chicken, but I think we'll be okay. So Mr. Hadfield is going to make an astronaut out of us, and we are going to go into space. Oh, it's amazing. In space, we're hoping to maybe find one of Daenerys' dragons. The other two dragons currently are not in the demo. The demo ends after the space section, but we've got a dungeon and a boss fight planned for later, and everyone's favorite, a trade quest. So get hyped about that. So Hadfield here is going to give us a nice little reward. The programmer Neon Lair for this is also a programmer on Barkley 2, so we're gonna get ourselves a VidCon cast that comes with Barkley 2. So shoutouts to the Barkley 2 crew, Tales of Games, pretty great guys. And yes, I did mix the Game of Thrones theme with the DuckTales space theme. What of it? I totally didn't do that 3 days before the marathon and crunch it out in a night. So this totally happens in the books of Game of Thrones. If you haven't read those, you gotta get on that. It's the greatest part of all of the novels. Yeah. But yeah, this here is Game of Thrones, just the one. No other thrones exist in this universe. So we got our typical Medusa heads. One of my favorite enemies to make, and these little axolotl alien guys. I did all the tile work and stuff here. We'll probably spruce it up just a little bit, but for the times constraints we had, it's pretty nice. think the moon might be a little long at the moment. It's definitely unbalanced. I don't think it'll be this hard in the full version, so don't worry. This next part of the song, I don't think I've actually heard, but as I was gone, me and Neon Lair, we kind of trade off on music here. We don't try to outdo each other necessarily, but it's just kind of a fun thing to do. It's a pretty tricky little platform game. I dig it a lot. I had a lot of fun making this, and hopefully everyone at home is kind of enjoying and looking forward to this. And remember, if you are enjoying this, to donate to Doctors Without Borders, a fantastic cause. Oh god, this part. When someone who has made the game goes, oh god, this part, you know it's a part. That actually went rather well. Aw. That's what I get. Deuce ahead. See, that's what was supposed to happen there. Alright. Just knock enemies in the pits. Totally the way to go. Anyways, we are quickly approaching the end of the demo. I think we got a couple rooms left here. That is something we're gonna fix later. The Pogo Dude sliding. I don't know why that one in particular does it, but it's just something that is part of the physics engine. We're gonna have to mess with it a little bit. You could actually get stuck in the ceiling for a while, and our solution to that so far has been to move the ceilings up. So there's some quirks, but we're on it. This was actually made in this whole alpha was probably done over the course of I'd say maybe a month or so. Maybe about 3 weeks, but the ongoing joke was we played a Batman game for the Game Boy forever ago, and the Batman in that game was about 5 times shorter than anyone else in the rest of the game, and it's like, what is this, like Peter Dinklage Batman? And about a year later, we're like, we just need to make a Peter Dinklage platformer, so why not just go the Zelda 2 style, the NES parody style route, and this was the result, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, as Jor was saying, or Daenerys was saying earlier, they're not Pokemon, but we did just pick up a Charizard. That's one of her dragons. That is the end of the Game of Thrones demo, excuse me. And, yeah, we get Mr. R.R. Martin congratulating us. As he says, we hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully sometime September or October we'll be launching this for free. Once again, donate to Doctors Without Borders if you enjoyed this, and we do have a website which is I believe it's studioengine.co.uk. If it's not, I apologize. I'm sure somebody in chat will post it properly. And thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.